From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. A Canadian is believed to have been on a plane that crashed today in India shortly after takeoff. Her husband says Toronto area dentist Nirali Patel was on board the flight when it slammed into a residential area. Local officials there say just one person survived the fiery crash. Reporter Lama Hassan has details from the survivor's brother.
According to him, the brother who survived called his dad. He called his father. He told him that the plane had crashed. He wasn't sure how he made it out alive.
A medic says the man found himself near debris after being thrown from the plane and walked to a nearby ambulance. Some communities in Manitoba are working on re-entry plans weeks after out-of-control wildfires forced more than 21,000 people from their homes. But Kristen Hayward with the province's wildfire service says many communities are at the mercy of fire conditions.
As temperatures rise, the potential for flare-ups does increase, so the fires may be kind of laying low in these cooler, wetter temperatures, and then as soon as the sun pops out and heats them, all of a sudden you start seeing smokes pop up, so we want to be ready for those.
The out-of-control wildfires have been raging for more than 2 weeks. About 230 personnel from across Canada and the United States have been deployed to Manitoba to help with the fires. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith won't be taking in a Stanley Cup final game with the Prime Minister after all. Smith had invited Mark Carney to join her to watch the Oilers in Saturday's Game 5 in Edmonton. But the Premier's press secretary says the upcoming G7 Leaders Summit and both of their demanding schedules have made it impossible. The federal government is asking unionized Canada Post employees to vote directly on the latest offers from the Postal Service. But one labor expert says it amounts to government interference. The University of Manitoba's Adam King says just because the forced vote is legal doesn't mean it's fair to organized labor.
There's nothing natural about it to the bargaining process, right? It was something that was inserted into the labor relations framework to give government and employers a kind of upper hand on unions, actually.
Canada Post tabled what it says are its best and final offers late last month, including wage hikes and plans to roll out part-time workers for weekend delivery. Former Humboldt Broncos player Ryan Strnitzki got his first chance to walk today since being paralyzed in a horrific 2018 bus crash. He's paralyzed from the chest down, but today he demonstrated a new exoskeleton that allowed him to walk along a 12-meter-long track in Calgary.
I mean, it's incredible to do anything like hands-free, getting to hold a hockey stick, throw a football, brought back a lot of memories and made me really hopeful for the future to see where this exoskeleton can go.
The device was developed by a Vancouver company. Strnitzki says it gives him hope of being able to walk again in the future. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Edmonton Oilers will look to even the Stanley Cup final at 2 games apiece tonight in Florida. Edmonton captain Connor McDavid expects a much better performance from his team than in Game 3.
You always learn from your disappointments. Learned a lot the other night, and hopefully some things that we can implement tonight that will give us a better result.
Stuart Skinner gets the start in net for the Oilers, despite giving up 5 goals in each of his last 2 starts. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers kick off their CFL season tonight. They'll welcome the BC Lions to Princess Auto Stadium. The Canadian Football Hall of Fame has named its class of 2025, and they include receiver Jermaine Copeland, linemen Brian Chu and Jovan Olafioye, as well as defensive back Scott Flagel and linebacker Daryl Hall. Canadian tennis players Bianca Andreescu and Felix Auger-Aliassime have moved on to the quarterfinals of their respective grass court tournaments. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.